Angel Reese just broke a WNBA record, but it's not one she'll be bragging about. Her 43.8% conversion rate on layups is the worst in the league. The worst! Miss Double-Double is suddenly becoming Miss Double Trouble. That's right. The player known for her rebounding is struggling to put the ball in the basket from close range. But here's where it gets interesting. Could this inefficiency actually be boosting her rebounding numbers? How does her season compare to fellow All-Star rookie Caitlin Clark? Before that, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe. Over 98% of you watch without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us by helping bring more Caitlin Clark content to amazing viewers like you. Wouldn't you like that? Awesome. Let's put this into perspective. The league average for layup conversion is 59.6%. Reese isn't just below average, she's way off the mark. Here's something that'll make your jaw drop. Diana Taurasi has a better chance of sinking a 25-foot shot with her 45% rate than Reese does of making a layup. It's like watching a dunk contest where nobody can dunk. But here's the real kicker. Reese's historically poor shooting might actually be padding her rebounding stats. Think about it. More missed shots mean more opportunities for rebounds. Is this the secret behind her impressive board numbers? And how does this stack up against Caitlin Clark's efficiency? Well, let's just say the Rookie of the Year race might not be as close as some think.
Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon. And if I said to any of these people who think Caitlin Clark is not the Rookie of the Year, I'd say, who would you want to start your franchise with? Now, I'm not going to put Asia Wilson in there. I'm just saying between these two. Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is.
Remember when we said Reese's poor shooting might be padding her rebounding stats? Well, the numbers don't lie. Her latest game paints a picture that's raising eyebrows across the league. What's really behind those flashy rebound totals? Let's take a closer look at Reese's recent performance against the Washington Mystics. She grabbed an impressive 14 rebounds, but only managed to score 7 points. This isn't just a one-off occurrence, it's becoming a trend that's hard to ignore. Reese's ability to pull down boards is undeniable, but her struggles on the offensive end are casting a shadow over her achievements. Critics are starting to use the term stat padding when discussing Reese's playstyle. It's a harsh label, but one that's gaining traction on social media. The idea is that Reese's high rebounding numbers are inflated by her own missed shots. She takes multiple attempts per possession, often recovering her own misses. While this boosts her personal stats, it's not exactly a recipe for team success. One social media user summed it up pretty bluntly. Doesn't matter how many boards you grab if you can't do anything with them. Ouch. But they might have a point. Reese's league-leading 274 field goal attempts are impressive at first glance, but her 39% shooting percentage tells a different story. This puts her as one of the worst in history for the volume of shots she takes. It's a classic case of quantity over quality, and it's not translating to wins for the Chicago Sky. Since returning from the Olympic break, Reese's shooting woes have only intensified. In her last 5 games, she's shooting a dismal 32.4% from the field. That's a far cry from what you'd expect from a player of her caliber. It's like watching a heavyweight boxer punching the air. Now, let's be clear. Reese's rebounding ability is genuinely impressive. She became the first player to record 3 consecutive games with 20-plus rebounds. She set the record for most consecutive double-doubles with 15 games. These are no small feat. But when your offensive game is struggling this much, even record-breaking rebounding performances start to lose their shine. The real issue here is that Reese's individual stats aren't translating to team success. The Chicago Sky are currently sitting at 11 wins, 19 losses, mired in a 4-game losing streak. In the WNBA, where team chemistry and efficient play are crucial, Reese's high-volume, low-efficiency approach is proving to be a double-edged sword. It's a tough situation for Reese in the Sky. On one hand, her rebounding prowess is undeniable and valuable. On the other, her offensive struggles are holding both her and the team back from reaching their full potential. It's like having a star quarterback who can throw the ball a mile but can't seem to find the end zone. So what does this all mean for Reese in the Sky? Well, it's clear that something needs to change. Whether it's working on her shooting form, being more selective with her shots, or finding other ways to contribute offensively, Reese needs to evolve her game. As Reese faces pressure to evolve her game, there's another rookie who seems to have cracked the code. Caitlin Clark's rookie season isn't just impressive, it's historic. But what's the secret behind her success, and why are experts calling her a phenomenon?
There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA.
Let's dive into the numbers because they tell a story that's hard to ignore. Clark is averaging 17.8 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 8.3 assists per game. Those are solid stats on their own, but here's where it gets jaw-dropping. She's set a rookie record for most assists in a single season with 232, and will soon break the WNBA assist record in a single season across all players. That's not just good, that's game-changing.
And for everybody who talked about, she's just a shooter, she's already set the all-time rookie assist record. For somebody who's the greatest scorer in college basketball history.
But it's not just about the numbers. Dan Patrick, a respected voice in sports, put it this way: Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon. Her ability to get her teammates involved is what's going to stand out. This isn't just empty praise. It's a recognition of Clark's unique ability to combine scoring with playmaking. What sets Clark apart from players like Reese is her efficiency. While Reese struggles with her shooting percentage, Clark is making her shots count. She's not just putting up numbers, she's contributing to her team's wins. It's the difference between playing for yourself and playing for your team. This team-first mentality is what's making Clark the clear frontrunner for Rookie of the Year. Analysts aren't just looking at her stats, they're looking at her impact on the game. She's not just scoring points, she's creating opportunities for her teammates, making everyone around her better. Clark turned around her team from constant bottom feeders to playoff contenders in one single season. Compare this to Reese's style of play. While Reese is grabbing rebounds, Clark is dishing out assists. While Reese is taking multiple shots to pad her stats, Clark is making every possession count. It's a stark contrast in approaches, and it's showing in their team's performances. Clark's all-around contributions are sparking MVP debates, something almost unheard of for a rookie. It's a testament to her impact on the game and her ability to elevate her team. This isn't just about personal accolades, it's about winning games and competing for championships. The difference between Clark and Reese highlights a crucial aspect of basketball. Efficiency matters. It's not just about how many shots you take or how many rebounds you grab. It's about how those actions translate to team success. Clark's play style is a masterclass in this philosophy. What's particularly impressive about Clark's season is how she's adapting to the professional level. The jump from college to the WNBA is significant, but Clark is making it look easy. She's not just surviving, she's thriving, setting records, and changing perceptions of what a rookie can achieve. This isn't to say that Reese doesn't have potential. Her rebounding ability is impressive, and with some refinement to her offensive game, she could become a force. But right now, Clark is showing what's possible when individual talent is harnessed for team success. While potential is promising, results speak louder. The Chicago Sky's offensive woes have reached historic lows, and all eyes are on their rookie sensation. But is Angel Reese's rebounding prowess masking a deeper problem that's costing her team more than just points? The numbers don't lie, and for the Chicago Sky, they're painting a grim picture. Currently sitting at 11-19, the team is in a desperate fight for the final playoff spot. Their recent 4-game losing streak, including a particularly painful loss to the Washington Mystics, has fans and analysts alike scratching their heads. But what's really behind this slump? Let's take a closer look at the Sky's offensive performance. Their true shooting percentage is a league-worst 49.1%. To put that into perspective, it's the lowest for any team since the 2021 Atlanta Dream. This isn't just a bad stretch, it's historically poor shooting. Now, you might be wondering how a team with a rebounding powerhouse like Angel Reese could be struggling so much. Well, here's where things get interesting. Reese's shooting struggles have been well documented, but their impact on the team goes beyond just missed opportunities. Over the last 8 games, Reese has been shooting at a dismal 31.5%. That's not just below average, it's way off the mark. But here's the kicker. While Reese's rebounding numbers are impressive, they might be coming at a cost to the team's overall performance. Think about it this way. Every shot Reese misses is an opportunity lost for her teammates. It's not just about the points left on the board, it's about the rhythm and flow of the game. When one player is taking a high volume of low-percentage shots, it disrupts the entire offensive strategy. This inefficiency isn't just affecting Reese's personal stats, it's having a ripple effect on the entire team. The Sky's offensive rating takes a significant hit when Reese is on the court. It's a classic case of individual achievements not translating to team success. Dan Patrick, a respected voice in sports media, didn't mince words when discussing this issue. He criticized the narrative surrounding Reese's performance, suggesting that her stats are being inflated without contributing to wins. Patrick emphasized the need for players to prioritize team success over personal achievements. So, what does this mean for the Chicago Sky's playoff hopes? Well, it's not looking good. In a league where efficient play and team chemistry are crucial, the Sky's current approach is proving to be a liability. They're essentially playing with one hand tied behind their back, struggling to keep up with more balanced and efficient teams. The contrast with teams led by more efficient scorers is stark. While Reese is grabbing headlines with her rebounding numbers, other rookies like Caitlin Clark are showing how individual talent can be harnessed for team success. It's not just about putting up big numbers, it's about making those numbers count. This situation raises some serious questions about player development and team strategy. Is the Chicago Sky doing enough to help Reese refine her offensive game? Are they too reliant on her rebounding ability at the cost of overall team efficiency? These are the kinds of questions that keep coaches up at night. As the season progresses, the Sky will need to make some tough decisions. They can't afford to keep relying on a strategy that's clearly not working. Whether it's adjusting their offensive schemes, working on shot selection, or finding ways to create more opportunities for other players, something needs to change. As we've seen, success in the WNBA isn't just about racking up impressive stats. It's about efficient play that translates to team victories. Angel Reese's rebounding prowess is undeniable, but her shooting struggles are holding her team back. On the other hand, Caitlin Clark's well-rounded game is making a real impact on her team's success. This contrast challenges us to look beyond surface-level statistics when evaluating player performance. It's not just about how many rebounds you grab or points you score, but how those actions contribute to winning games. As the season progresses, a big question looms. Will Reese adapt her game to prioritize efficiency over raw numbers? Or will Clark's balanced approach continue to set her apart? The answer could determine not just individual accolades, but team success and ultimately, championship contention. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe so you never miss out on the latest news. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.